Good day everyone, Brayden here coming to you from the Magic Kingdom parking lot. We are about to head into the Magic Kingdom here and see the latest going on with Tron. We're also going to check out what's going on with Splash Mountain, which will be getting underway with its refurbishment soon. We don't know exactly when yet, but I do believe it'll be later this year or the very beginning of next. They've been doing some paint testing work and things on the facade, so we'll take a look at what's going on with that. And also I want to talk about something that we haven't in a while, because it's sort of like, you know, it's kind of just over at this point, is the 50th anniversary. The 50th anniversary is still going on here, but it hasn't been super eventful, and Disney's been actually surveying guests about what they don't like about the 50th anniversary, what exactly fell short. So we'll take a look at all that. Behind me here, you can see this big mound of dirt in the middle of the Magic Kingdom parking lot. In the future, this will be an expanded portion of the parking lot. Right now, it's just this giant mound of dirt. It's been here for quite a while. I don't know when they're gonna get rid of this. It's been here forever, but eventually here we will be getting an expanded parking lot, more surface area here in the Magic Kingdom. It's already a very large parking lot, but it looks like they wanna make it a little bigger. This part right here used to be wetland area that was in the middle of the Magic Kingdom parking lot, so they're packing in the ground is what I think they're doing, so that when they put the asphalt on top, it's not sinking into the ground or anything like that. But at this point, you'd think that the ground's pretty packed in. All that dirt's been sitting there for quite a long time. So we'll see what happens there. Without further ado, let's head into the Magic Kingdom and see what's going on with Tron. First up today, I don't know if any of you guys feel any similarly. Maybe this is just because I live down here, but the 50th anniversary, I really don't think about it that much. I know there's people that are really into the desserts with the glitter, and of course they're releasing all this different 50th merchandise and things like that, but beyond the promotional sort of surface level stuff, there really isn't a lot to the 50th anniversary. I was here on the 50th anniversary, remember? And really nothing happened. On the topic of the 50th anniversary, which runs now through March of 2023 officially, you know, I think Disney's already moving past it. I think a lot of us are already kind of, you know, over the whole deal, because they really didn't do that much, and Disney's been surveying guests about what fell short for them with the 50th anniversary celebration. And this isn't one of those surveys where Disney's like, hey, we're awesome, but you know, if you're one of those people that didn't like one thing, type it into a text box, you know, like they're not even sure what went wrong with the 50th anniversary. They're like, you know, if you're one of those crazy people that didn't like it, type in what you didn't like. No, Disney has every single reason, all the reasons listed. You can select which ones you agree with. So it's not as though Disney doesn't know what they're doing wrong, you know, what they should be putting money towards. They know, they're just choosing not to. So going through the list of the things that went wrong with the 50th anniversary, here is Disney's own list. Number 1, the celebration didn't celebrate classic Disney and lacked nostalgia, for sure. Second, crowds made it difficult to enjoy the celebration. This one's kind of middle of the road. There definitely is a capacity problem at Walt Disney World, but that's due to there not being enough attractions. They know that they need to add more attractions to the parks, and they are opting not to because that costs a lot of money. They aren't adding enough. They are adding Tron, but then they're taking down Splash. We have a lot of this sort of stuff going on where they open one thing, they get rid of something else. They close the Universe of Energy, they open Guardians. So these park capacities aren't actually increasing with these additions. They're replacing something, or they're opening and then something else immediately goes down. So that is something that Disney's dealing with. Number 3, the decor was limited. You know, Disney definitely could have done more decor. I don't think the decor is a huge issue. They did the Rose Gold Castle, they did stuff like that. They did all the statues and things like that. I don't think that's one of the main issues. For me, I think all the stuff that they cut where they were gonna do ride overlays, the actual substantive stuff of the 50th anniversary they cut, I think that is the most glaring problem with the 50th anniversary, in my opinion. Number 4, commemorative entertainment for the celebration was limited. Absolutely. Number 5, there were long lines to purchase the merchandise. Definitely. Although Disney has all sorts of ways to cut down on that, where you can check out digitally and things like that. So Disney is trying there. I won't give them too much of a hard time on that front specifically. Number 6, the 50th anniversary merchandise I wanted was unavailable. I know a lot of people have had problems with this. I haven't really looked too much into the 50th merchandise. I personally do not have any. Number 7, the fireworks shows / nighttime spectaculars were not as good as the previous shows. So guys, Disney knows. They know this sentiment is out there. Reason number 8 why Disney suggests that the 50th anniversary fell short, there were long lines to purchase the special food and beverage offerings. We did see this on the actual 50th anniversary, October 1st, 2021, but I don't think it's been super bad. Let me know what you guys think. Number 9, it was difficult to find special food and beverage offerings. Disney's been doing a lot of that. I don't think that's too much of a problem. Number 10, it was not as good as other Disney celebrations. Yeah. Did you see what they did for the 50th of Disneyland back in the day? Or even the 60th anniversary back in 2015. Yeah, definitely it was not to the scale of either of those. I think we can all agree there. Number 11, the 50th anniversary seemed like just another day at the park. Yep, exactly. Number 12, it was not special enough for a 50th anniversary celebration. Absolutely. Number 13, the prices for the 50th anniversary merchandise were high. Absolutely. Number 14, the fireworks shows / nighttime spectaculars didn't celebrate the 50th anniversary. How is Disney suggesting this might be the case? It is factually the case. We know this to be true. Number 15, the special food and beverage offerings were limited. Again, I think everything's fine on the food and beverage front. And lastly, the merchandise selection / variety was limited. I'm not really big on the merchandise and the food stuff, as you can tell. I definitely think that's part of these anniversaries. There is an importance there for sure, but I don't think that's the central problem. And taking a look at the ones where they're talking about the nighttime spectaculars and the fact that the celebration isn't really celebrating the parks at all, it's celebrating just Disney in general, if anything, that is really the core of the problem, in my opinion, with the 50th anniversary. Let me know what you guys think. Speaking of the 50th anniversary, I see directly ahead of me, they actually do have a very nice 50 number in the landscaping here, heading off to Tomorrowland. Actually looks quite nice. Look at Tomorrowland there with those repainted rocks. They repainted those a while ago now. Man, I've been doing this a really long time. Can you believe this? I've been doing this since 2012.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this Test Track construction update, where we'll be taking a look at the final touches being made to Test Track before its reopening.
I was 12 or 13 when I started doing this stuff, doing the news reports. It's been a long time. All right, let's go look at Tron. So getting to the work here at Tron, first off, from the People Mover, taking a look into the center area, you can see we are getting pretty far along here, especially on those concrete forms that we've seen them working on the last couple of months a lot. It really seems like that's all coming together. Those are the walls that you'll have on both sides of the pathway that'll bring you back here to Fantasyland, which we'll touch on in a little bit here. And then of course, you also have the flyover guest pathway and the final pathway work. The cement they've been putting in there, it looks pretty far along to me. They're also starting to paint the sides of it. That work is still pretty early on though. And then if you take a look at the Walt Disney World Railroad Tunnel, where the Walt Disney World Railroad trains are gonna run underneath you as you are going to and from the Tron ride building, you can see that right now the tunnel is actually blocked off. There's a tarp blocking it off. I assume this is because they're doing some sort of work on the interior of the tunnel where they want it a little bit more weather sealed. Maybe they're doing painting on the inside and they want to control dust and humidity and things like that. I'm not 100% sure what they're doing in that tunnel right now, but we know that track has not been installed there just yet. And the reason we know this is because back here by the Barnstormer, since I was last here and I showed you guys and I was able to just walk right up here and film, if you recall, it was this exact same spot. All that work as they were installing the track right along here. Now you can see Disney has added 1 million rolling planters. I feel responsible for this. I think that might have something to do with it. I apologize if, you know, I'm making work for people. They're moving all these planters around, but now you can see that Disney has blocked off that track work from guest view. There still are some pretty big holes in these temporary plants Disney's put up, where you can see up to a certain point right here, they have installed the railroad ties and the rail itself. But if you go a little further, there's another gap in the plants and the shrubbery right up here, and you can see they have not gotten there yet on the railroad track. From the monorail, taking a look at the other side, that track is all in. They were doing all that work by the Main Street train station. All the track is in there, all the way up to the Tron site on both sides here, almost. It's really getting close here to where they can run the track right through. I don't think it would take a very long time. The question is, when are we going to see that happen? And it's really hard to say. If all we're waiting on is the Tron work, we could definitely get the Walt Disney World Railroad back later this year. Something I'm a little bit concerned about though is there seem to be some staffing issues here at Walt Disney World right now that's affecting the operation of some attractions where Disney's training a lot of new people. There's a lot of turnover. There's a lot of people coming, a lot of people going. So if there's some sort of issue with staffing where it's not a high priority for Disney to bring back the railroad immediately, that could affect when it comes back here. But hopefully that'll not be a concern. And I think it won't be a concern, but I'm just throwing that out there. That is a possibility. That could be another delay that we see. As far as when the trains will actually be able to be tested all the way around the Magic Kingdom, it has to be pretty soon here, man. And that really ties into the Tron construction. When is this site going to be done? When are we going to be able to ride Tron? They're actually running the vehicles intermittently. I saw the vehicles go by one time here and they haven't gone again. There's so much going on here at Tron, and it's really, really good to see. As I said, in the middle area there with the concrete forms and all the work that they're doing, it really seems like we are quite far along here. On the topic of the Fantasyland walkway, if you recall, before we had Tron here, you used to be able to walk from by the Space Mountain, the Tomorrowland arcade, all the way back here to Storybook Circus. This was the pathway over here. That will be coming back here when Tron opens, or right around that time, and you can actually see in these aerials from BioReconstruct the shape of the pathway, the path that it'll follow under the Tron flyover walkway, and all of that. It'll weave its way through the Tron area back over here to the Barnstormer. So that pathway will be returning, and that's what a lot of that concrete form work has been for, is forming the walls that you'll have as you go underneath there, part of the theming. So when will Tron open here? I'm still pushing for 2022. But it's going to be late 2022, if it is 2022. You know, I'm really impressed with the rate of progress we've seen on the outside here, and I think people underestimate how far along this attraction really is. If you look at the outside here, they could definitely get this done within the next 6 months, for sure. Definitely. They could definitely get this attraction open this year, no doubt. Taking a look at the lockers or restrooms, whatever that support building is going to be, we aren't sure just yet. They're now putting in sort of the facade shape, the theming, the weather sealing on that. We are getting close here to seeing some finished buildings, some landscaping, all the dirt in its right spot, all the concrete forms done, and it is some very, very exciting stuff. But we cannot see the progress on the inside, and I have heard that the inside still has a long ways to go. So it may very well depend on what's going on the inside, and we really can't see that, so we really just have to hope that it'll be 2022 here. Based on the outside work, 2022 I think, but we can't see the inside. It absolutely could be 2023, but definitely we'll not have to wait too long here for Tron, which is so, so exciting. You know, guys, it's definitely busy here at the Magic Kingdom. It's the summer, right? You know, there's long lines for a lot of attractions. You see the lines going outside of the normal queues into the pathways and all that, but the pathways aren't too crowded today. And also, it's not super humid either, which is odd for Florida, so the heat isn't too bad. One of my favorite things about this time of year at Walt Disney World is this is the time of year that a lot of people who usually aren't able to be at Walt Disney World the rest of the year are here. The type of people that I make these videos for, where they want to keep up to date on what's going on at Walt Disney World, but they're not able to make it down often. This is the time of year, summer and also the holiday season, that's when those sort of viewers seem to be down the most. And that's when I get recognized the most. So everyone that I've met today, thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope you're having a great time here at Walt Disney World. We're in the Fantasyland corridor here, which is usually a bottleneck. And look, the crowds are not that bad. I don't know what's going on. I guess I just lucked out. I picked a good day. Maybe go on Thursday, I don't know. So this is where everyone was. That makes more sense. Wrapping up the news today here at Splash Mountain, you can absolutely still see on this side, it is a completely different color than this side. If you look at the dirt, this is the side that Disney just put money in refurbishing. They redid the grass, they did all of this. There's flowers in the grass now, and the dirt is, to me, it seems like a more bayou type of theme, whereas the other side is more of that Georgia red clay type of color. It's a different color to the dirt. Some have theorized after my last video where I was talking about this that perhaps Imagineering is just testing the paint on the side to see how it wears with the sun, things like that, by just painting the actual Splash Mountain a slightly different color. We'll see when this closes. I really don't know, but I do believe it could be this year, especially after summer, after the summer crowds. As I said, that's when all bets are off, and from then till when Tron opens, maybe even a little bit after that, we could see Splash Mountain close. We'll really just have to wait for what Disney's gonna say here. I believe they're gonna be talking about this project quite soon. They're gonna be doing an update on it here at the beginning of July. So make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on so you can stay up to date on the latest happening here at Splash Mountain, as well as everything else we talk about here going on at Walt Disney World. Definitely a hot one here at the Magic Kingdom today. I know just a second ago I was saying it's not that humid. It's starting to get to me, you know, you stand out in the sun long enough and yeah, it definitely starts to hit. It is a little humid. I think it's just the breeze or something that was making it feel less humid. Anyways, a great day here at the Magic Kingdom. I hope you guys enjoyed. Live from outside of Splash Mountain, this is Brayden. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day.